glue wedged in them when I split them open a little bit. There I can. Alright, there we go. Super glue's kind of wedged in there. Whether a hole, we'll find out. Alright, now I gotta lift him off of there because I don't want him to rub on the other plastic. The one on the bottom anyway. There we go. Gotta lift them up. Alright, so let's see how we're gonna angle this guy here. Get him situated. We need to tuck the wires in. We'll tuck the wires in. That's probably causing it to. Alright. There we go. Now I just gotta get the screws in there. Oh good, I got it lifted off of there. Alright, so let me get the screws bolted on here. So what I did was I got lifted off here because I didn't want the super glue to glue him to the bottom of this guy, right? So I got him lifted off after I put super glue on there. So he's got a little put of super glue on him. So that plastic peroxide didn't really help too much. Now I gotta get these bolts in there now. So let me go and do that. Have to lay it down again. It's not what I want. I don't want the bottom, if it has super glue, it's gonna cause some damage there. Okay, so you guys can watch me from here. Or can you? All right, there we go. So let me get the bolts in there. He's gonna take, should have had it all prepared, but he's gonna take those small, long ones, I think. 2 of them. Then he's gonna take a fatty somewhere along the line. Right now, let's get the long ones on there. The long ones goes right here in the front. So, and let me go and just make sure I curve all his wires neatly where it needs to be. Get that in there through that guy. All right. So here we go. Lift up. Put one in here, one the other one. We should be good. We haven't really tightened it down yet, but just want to get a dry fit to see how this guy will work. Okay, there's one down. Get the other one. There we go. Didn't come all the way yet. Looks nice. It's coming. I'll make sure no wire is really getting pinched or where it needs to rest. Let it rest somewhere. So we're just gonna do a dry fit. Once we know it fits, then we can go and take it back off and tighten these guys down. Because these guys are dying to get back down. One more right here. Nice sunny day. Hopefully the rain just doesn't come pouring, right? Alright, I know we chiseled this a little bit just to help. So I think that's doing its job. Okay, so far, so that we got these 2 screws right here, and then this one right here. Alright, super glue is hanging out over there. I think this is probably where this guy would normally be. Just want to make sure it's not rubbing too much anywhere else that we don't see. See there? I think we had to trim this guy a little bit to help us out. Or with the top one, we'll find out. Just kind of get an idea. It's not too bad, so you can't really see him. He's like right down there, so it's not going to be really looked at. Okay, so it's looking good so far. And we can get the JB weld here. We'll have to take it back all apart because now let's go and put the top one. Before we do that, let's go and put the two small big Phillips here too. We're gonna do like an actual dry fit. That's the best way to determine how it's gonna flex, how it's gonna be. This is gonna take a fatty. We'll use a fatty green one. You can tell when it takes a fatty because you can see here, this little post here, it's thinner. See that little post there? It's thinner. And then the fatty one, you can see how fatter the post on these guys here. So these guys will probably take the fattest one here. So let's go and get that guy driven in there. Just gonna stretch him a little bit. Ah! Oh, darn it. I'll get the magnet there to pull it out. All right, so let's get this guy driving in. Okay, these cables are sort of in the way. Gonna try to push them a little bit more in this way. That way. Really? Golly. They fell on the grass. That's fine. We'll get the magnet, chase them out. Should be somewhere. Where is our magnet chaser there? Like finding treasure, huh? Now these grass are tall, so could be not seeing it yet. Well, one good thing it couldn't roll out, so he has to be somewhere stuck in these grass, the jungle. All these weed. Oh, there he goes. Look. Maybe it's gonna be somewhere. I want to get him because, you know, with these grass here, and you got tires rolling in and out, I just don't want to find. See if I can go and get this one as well. Bingo, got him as well. Two birds, one magnet. Very useful tool. All right, so let's do this again. Let's put what we can here. I guess we'll start with this guy first, huh? Okay, there we go. Kind of twirl them in a little bit. Sorry, you can't see it. Oh, you will though. Get my hand off of here just a second. There we go. Just twirl them. Give them a head start. There we go. Got that one guy in there. Now let's see if I can get this guy in here. It's these little bushels here I got to lift away a little bit. It's kind of hard to twirl them, but here, let me see if I can stab them. If I can stab them in there, just let them just. Just kind of get stabbed them in there. And the thing about it, this is just a dry fit. It's not really, we have to take it back off, and you know, sucks, but that's the way we do it. Do we need to put this in there? I think we do. Just get a really feel for how it can be actually mounted stiffly. All right, so I'll have to get my screwdriver and let it do the rest. Come on, it's like dancing with it right now. Okay, there we go. Finally. Okay, I got it on there. I guess maybe direct sunlight just keeps killing my engine. I mean my mobile phone. But you can see here, all 4 bolts are on there. You got 2 on the very top there. You see the small thin ones, and then from behind on the very lower bottom, we got 2 fatties one in there. They're dried in there. Now we're gonna put this guy top cover on there and see how he reacts. One thing about this guy here, little magnet charger here, he wants to always attach to something heavier metal, so he gets away from my phone and does his thing. So gotta put him back in, or else we're at about 9% charge only. So I want to make sure he keeps charged. So here we go. You see here it has the metal rokas in there already, which is good. And we're going to try to see if we can fit this guy in nicely. He should take the same shape, so there's no reason why he wouldn't. It's kind of funny how they are though. Okay, you gotta turn it, twist it. Now this guy needs to probably go back a little bit more. That's probably why. This guy's fine. See, that's why we want to do a dry fit, so we kind of see where we're at. And see this guy right here, he's not wanting to go in almost. See how he touches this guy a little bit more, and this guy has a little bit more gap. That's what we want to make sure. But yeah, it's going in, sort of. You remember this one, this new one we did? Let's go. Hopefully we can salvage him. See there? He's supposed to go in and lock himself. It's a little lock. You can't probably see it, but let me see if I can lighten it up. See there? He's supposed to go in and lock himself into this guy right there on top. If hopefully he doesn't break our super glue. There we go. He's not really in there yet, but the phone keeps cutting out. I apologize. I think all I want to do is actually get this guy to be much like this guy right here, if I can possibly, because actually he can actually be seen through the peephole. His level above brake fluid, which is kind of nice. So this guy you can see here is more inclined inward like this, and while this guy is, you know, he's straight a little bit more, pretty much leveled here. So, well, hopefully the only problem with this man is we actually have to move him in a little bit more. But no, if we do that, it's going to cheat here our little alignment hole there, unfortunately. Because this guy right here, he's not allowing us to bend because it's a stupid little, the bar here, unfortunately. So you can see here. And then he has a little lock here too, prevents him from going anywhere, any other direction as well. It's like it holds it in place for us. So it's kind of a double why, but the cord keeps stopping and recording. I'm not sure what it's doing to me. But anyway, I'm taking this guy off as well. So we're going to take off all the controllers. We're going to go ahead and do this all at once. If you notice there, I only loosened the 2 bottom bolts here, but I took off these guys completely so I can get in there and tighten these guys back once I get them rearranged. So, unfortunately, this guy here looked like he didn't really do the trick for us. He wouldn't lock into the other guy. So we'll find out if we can get him in a little bit better. Who knows? I might have to move some things around. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at him right now. Is he kind of a little offset? I'm not sure. Not sure why there's a bump here. Like this bump right here. Look at that, he's already breaking off anyway. So we'll probably use the old super glue trick on this guy. Let's get these guys off here. Let's see if I can remove them without removing the brake. That'll be interesting to know. Alright, we got everything pretty much cleaned up. We're going to go and JB weld it. I got it all off. I cleaned it. I sanded a little bit lightly again with some, I don't know, it was like 250 gram grip sandpaper. And so we're ready to go ahead and apply the JB weld. The reason why we took the brake off and I actually had to lower this because the brake wouldn't come off without actually hitting this plastic. So I had to actually remove the whole thing off again. So let's do this. We're going to go and prepare the JB weld while it's still, it says there's chance of cloudy but not raining. So we're hoping that we can get this all squared away. So there we go. We're going to mix some JB weld up right now. The surface is clean. So let's do this here. I hate to do it on my seat, but I'm working with very tight limited space. So let's apply a little bit of the gray. And then the red. Let's see, they should come out here inside. Alright, then we'll get a little tie strap here we're going to use to kind of fiddle around here. So let's do this. I took a little bouillon cover because as Asian people have these little chicken bouillon around. There we go. Just maybe, there we go. Look, not even enough right there. That's it. Whatever it just came out on its own. I better put it back in because it looked like it still wants to come out. Put a little bit of this guy here. Then it gives us about 10 minutes before it starts curing again. Just like everything else. Just the same evenness if I can. There we go, yin and yang there. Alright, there we go. Oh man, it got some in here. I didn't want that to go in there. Hopefully it doesn't create a reaction there. We'll find out. I never had it really bothered me before. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is try to focus here. You guys can see me mix up the JB weld. So I'll get to like a gray color. White and black mixed together makes it gray. There it goes. Give it a thorough mix. Alright, so we're ready to apply it. Just want to make sure, get it all in there. Hopefully it stays here. Don't want it to fall on the ground. Alright, so here we go. We're going to cover the hole that we started with, right? Need to take this guy off for a second. He might need to hang out a little bit, hang down. Okay, so I believe the hole's right here, but we just want to make double check, so we'll cover it all up. There we go. That's not a bad cover-up job, right? Oh shoot, I forgot to stuff it in there. Darn it. Got ahead of myself. We got to stuff something in there or else it's going to go right through it. So let me see. Because you can see here. Actually, you know what? It didn't really go through it. I think we should be okay. Alright, so we'll just have it do. If it goes through it, that means it's supposed to nail it, right? And I think we'll be fine. But I just don't want to play around with it while it's still trying to form. See there? It's like sitting above it. Okay, just let it kind of glop in there even though it's dripping looking. Gonna try to bring it up. There we go. Don't worry about the form right now. Because the idea here is to get these guys on there. I gotta do this really quickly because it's all about timing. Once it gets hard, we gotta do this guy too. So that means I gotta get everything in position. I got to get the brake tighten and everything in here. We should do it one at a time. There we go. I thought this was enough for both of them, maybe not. So maybe we do have to put a little bit more. Let's go and get these guys again. Let's do our mix. That was enough for two. You know why? Because I probably didn't cover the other one there. That's okay. It gives us a chance to get the white guy out of his little black area. So let's see if he will come out. There you go. Get him out. Make sure there's no more black in him. Okay, so we're going to do this really quickly. Make sure the white's not touching either the black. It looks like it needs a little bit more. That should be good. Finish him up. Okay, let's pre-mix these guys here. So we got enough here to put these guys in. Okay. There we go. Oh. Okay. My brother just photobombed my video. He did a little. Okay, here we go. Let's carry this over, shall we? Okay. We got pretty much. There we go. Pretty generous portion here. Get focus. Okay. We'll leave it to the. Okay, we'll put this for right now. Just here. Okay, let's get started mounting. We gotta get mounting our brake guys here. We're gonna mount them and screw them in. So we gotta get the back plate in. We'll make sure we got the right back plate. Clean these guys up as well. Come on, JB Weld. Okay. Get these guys clean. They don't have too much time to really haggle around with these guys after this. So clean this guy here. get all the little dirt or whatever. I didn't really sand them down. I kept their paint on there. We're not really trying to make these guys stick on there really, but we want to go ahead and get the controller on there. So let me see if I can lay this over here. That way you guys can watch while I really get two hands on deck, right? Especially with JB Weld being cured and everything. Okay, so you guys can see me come around. Okay. Oh man, it's so dirty here. Like a little grease stain. Get this guy clean too. And then I also gotta get my blue Loctite ready, because we are gonna put blue Loctite on him. Or should we? Yeah, let's do it. So blue Loctite ready on these guys. So let me get the thread ready with blue Loctite. They take the smaller out of the two. You know what? I should put blue Loctite on these just in case I have to remove them. Last time we removed it, it broke off the plastic housing. So no blue Loctite on these guys, which is good. One less worry. So here we go. See, there's a little teeth right there. We're going to put it into the JB Weld now. And this plastic is sort of in the way. Maybe I had to really kind of remove it entirely. I'm not feeling him giving me, oh there it goes. Get a little bit more slack from him. I'll have to teeter tot him. When we're on the other side, we'll get ready to move him away from that side. Okay, I'm going to try to fit right into the teeth hole. If I remember where it was. There we go. I got him into the teeth hole. Once he's into the teeth hole, that's it. This is where we're going to have him placed permanently. So he's not going to rock himself back and forth. Alright, so let's go and get the bolt on there. We're going to get the bolt tightened. We can always go back and blue Loctite the bolts, I guess, if we ever want to. But the idea is to get this guy on here quickly as possible. I think he's leaning to the point where it's supposed to be at. Oh shoot, it's actually right there. Okay, so this is where he's going to be at. Now we know. Got to change this guy. Little sockets on the other side here. Okay, got to change the socket here too. Too many things going on. These guys only give us 10 minutes, so far we got what, 4 minutes into this. There we go. One secure. Good to know. Get the other one secure. The other one's way down there. I got to lift this guy up again. Lift him away from it. Come on, drive him in. Take him home. There we go, driving him in. I'm going to tighten him now to torque, about 7 foot-pounds. This is where he's going to be stationed at. The reason why I'm tightening it because I don't want them to move no more. Okay, this is the first time I actually tighten this guy here. So I want to see if he's really tight. He is tightening actually. Okay, that one's good enough. You don't want to over tighten him again. Remember what happened last time. Just like everything. Kind of come back and forth on these guys. Alright, there we go, he's tightened now. He's good to go. It's good, he's got, look at that, he's smashing. Now let's get started on the other side real quickly, because we gotta get back on this side now. This guy doesn't have that much time either. You might not be able to see all the angle here, but I'll see if I can face the other way. That way you guys can see me come from around. We're not worried about the brakes yet. I think we gotta get he's got his thing going on. So let's get his back plate. Oh, his back plate, we need to secure him first to the, what do you call that? This guy here, or else we're not going to be able to spin him no more. So let's go and put him in there. A little socket there. Let's get him in there. Give him enough thread for this guy to come and rest with him in a second here. Give him like maybe 3 or 4 threads left. There we go. Let's get this guy thread in there. There we go. That should prevent him from free flowing prop. Okay, so he's ready. His teeth's ready to bite. We'll put these brake lever out of the way again. They're not good to us anyway. This one has a little bit more leak room. Oh, cracked it. Ugh. Cracked the cover, but that's okay. This is more important. Okay, let's get this guy here where he's gonna try and see where his teeth is, and I'm making a mess trying to find his teeth. But you know what's funny? It works as a dabbler. There we go. Alright, so we're trying to, I think this is it. This is how it's going to tilt. This is the furthest I think I can get him to tilt. Okay, so he's tilting like this. Okay, so let's get the other side to him. His other side controllers. Alright, see there? So we're going to lock him in. We're going to torque him up to spec too. About maybe 5 to 7 foot-pounds the most. Holding him in place with the JB weld in there. See, the JB weld squeezing himself out, which is good for us. JB weld also acts like a bonding glue between 2 aluminums. That might be a bad thing. Well, especially if they're kind of sand off a little bit. But they're not sand off, they probably won't stick to the paint. So it's fine. We're not trying to actually glue them on there. We just want this hole to actually seal where it doesn't need to be anymore. Sorry, gotta get the resolution for you. There we go. So you can see a little bit of JB weld now squeezing out from the side. Let me go. I tighten them evenly before I snug each one. I mean, I snug each evenly before I tighten each one. It's got their washer and everything. Okay. All right, now we can go ahead and tighten it. This is good though, it helps us hold. Okay. See that I do one at a time. This is tight a little bit. I go back to the run and bond and it becomes loose again. That's how we work it. You don't over tighten these guys again. Surprised the recording hasn't stopped yet, even though it's beaming hot out here for it. There we go. See, that's it. I'm not gonna snug anymore once I feel it's really tight and already. Don't want to overdo it again. Alright, so I'm not going to blow anything like that because there's JB weld right here already. So this guy's going to be sitting there. However, this guy seems like he's inclining a lot more than this guy is though. But if this is the best we can do for him, then so be it. Okay, the next step we'll do is we're going to go and install the brake assembly. These guys can be more of a challenge here because we don't have to worry about now. The JB weld has already been in there. So we can't install the back brace until this guy gets installed. So only thing about him is I try to tilt him level like this. So let's see if I can do that still. Try to incline him a little bit too. So let's go and get some blue Loctite. And let's get this guy's back in as well. Oh, such a moron. Gotta go. I gotta put the thread, the throttle. Where's the throttle? Oh my gosh. Where is my throttle? Oh, here he is. Gotta get this guy in there, or else we're gonna be in trouble. Shoot. Forgot that guy. Holy smoke. That's okay. It's taken form somewhat, I guess. Oh man. That's okay. JB Well had to give us at least probably 20 minutes tops to really work on it. Thank goodness we didn't get the fast drying one for this scenario, right? Okay. So what we want to do is, okay, it's gonna come loose. I wish I can just squeeze them in there, but I have to take it almost completely off. We're gonna see what I'm doing. Maybe I won't interfere with the hole, we'll see. But either way, I gotta get that throttle in there. Alright, and it's harder to get them in there without even taking them apart. Look at that. JB Well's already started to do his thing. Look at that, I pulled them up. You can see a little JB Well drip. That's fine, we'll put some more right now. Thank goodness I made a little extra. Let's go and shape this guy back in there. Alright, so he'll be prepared for the next round. Kind of glopped in there. Trying to push them up a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get the throttle in there. Now we got a little bit JB Weld here as well. That's fine. A lot excessive, but it's okay. We gotta do what we gotta do. Let's see if I can get this guy needle nose plier. Sort of pull it. Okay, there we go. Can hold it. Don't want to put too much stress on these guys. Ball barrel. Okay, so all you do is just insert it in there like this. See that? Done. That was it. Wasn't it hard? Then meet the throttle back in there. Now before I do that, let's go and spray our lube. I got too many things going on. Here we go. There's our lube spray. I know which is first, right? In fact, I could have got some, what do you call that? That bearing grease. The guy put the bearing grease too in there. I'm going to bring them all. Okay, so I got Mobile 1. So here you go, Mobile 1, bearing grease, and I also got some throttle lube here. So I'm going to do the throttle lube first, and then we'll do the Mobile 1. Okay, I'm going to put the straw in the little sprayer. I got the white lithium kind, if you want to know. Alright, so here we go. Oh shoot. This guy's starting to drip. We have a dripper. There we go. Alright, so let's do this. Let's get this guy all figured out, right? So I'm going to go ahead and see, I see the throttle there. Gotta be careful, I'm not sure how this is going to react to spraying directly in. I'm going to try to twist it out a little bit before I spray. See that little hole there? I'm about to spray directly into that little hole. See that little hole there? Can't see it now, right? See that right there? I'm about to spray right into it. Get your face away from it just in case. You know how strong this guy ricochets. Ooh, yeah, he ricochets all right. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to try doing a downward slope here. Just get in there. It's okay to get some a little bit on the little shaft of your throttle. Just spray slowly, you should be able to get in there. It's going to drip down. There, look, it's foaming up right here to the T, so I think that's pretty much good enough for me. There it goes. Look at that, foamed up right there. Just going to wipe the excessive off. Have our old tissue here that we've been checking our brake bleeder brakes. Don't want to touch the JB weld. All right. A little white stuff in there, huh? This will help the cable run smoothly. But it just doesn't need to be here. We don't want it to get into the electronics. We just want to keep it within the cable line. So it can stay in this little slot here. That's no problem here. It's going to have a little bit bearing grease here as well. Not only that though, I'm going to rub some bearing grease. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to get the bearing grease. I'm going to put in my finger here. So what I'm going to do is there we go. Some what do you call that? Mobile 1 bearing grease. And you're going to go ahead and, I can't read a timing issue here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. So I got grease all over my hands here. I only got maybe 5 more minutes before JB Weld dries. All right. Here we go. We got this one right here. So we're going to put a little grease here. Don't worry if it gets messy all over the place. You can even have it touch the throttle a little bit too, because any kind of friction, you want to make sure it rides smoothly. So that's fine there. You can clean it up a little bit after it gets out. See that? This is where I put it. Just kind of keg it in there. You really want to get where the cable is, sort of, or where it spins and rides. So you see, I'm trying to get in there as possible. So there we go. I got some on here. Now I'm going to put some on the bar too. So let's see how much I can stretch out the bar one. You remember last time I stretched it, it kind of pulled itself out, right? So here we go. Hopefully it'll work itself. I believe it goes from right here. Doesn't hurt. You can clean it later. Right now we got to worry about getting the JB Weld situated. There we go. Push as much as I can before it keeps stopping, because I guess the phone is detecting heat a little bit. That's what's the problem with shooting in the summertime or spring there. It just keeps on dropping off thing. But anyway, we got it all in there. You see a bunch of grease marks spat here. Look at that right there. That's okay. We can wipe those off. That's no problem. But the idea is to make sure we get that throttle in there lubed as well. We could have sprayed it from underneath, but I think dripping downwards is much more ideal. Okay, so we're going to snug this down now to about 5 to 7 foot-pounds, probably 5 foot-pounds really. Okay, go back and forth. This guy, when that guy's tight, this guy's loose. Okay, this one's good. This guy needs to be a little bit more. This guy's good. That's it. See here a little bit of JB Weld splatting out here this corner, which is perfect. That's what we probably want. And all right, we got it all torqued on the spec. You can see here the JB Weld's on there. Now you look at this one. This one looks like a little bit more incline than this one here, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep it that way. The reason why is I probably want the most tilt here anyway, just in case I need to move, check out my visibility to my driver's side, my left hand side, so that's fine with me. This one I get as far as back as I could though, but the challenge is now is want to make sure that the plastic will agree with me. So I could have maybe had this go up a little bit more level, but I think he's fine right now. I think as long as this brake lever here is not interfering, which I think this thing is actually a little bit more flat or thinner than the original one, so that might help out a lot. So what we're going to do now is actually put the plastic on there, and we want to make sure it gets in the way properly. So let's do this. Oh no, did this strip some stuff? Oh no, anyway, I got warm, well, sort of a warm cloth. Let me go and wipe off all these little chemicals or stuff that we sprayed on. Okay, look at that, this guy's already popping out, which is fine. He's supposed to actually do this because his only connection should be actually to the ignition. Fine, so when we push this guy forward, you can see here, it'll close back up. That's no problem at all. So that's expected there. So again, do a little cleaning. Okay, so let's go and get the plastic on here, shall we? So you guys can see me, hopefully if the phone doesn't die out. I'm gonna go and try to put the plastic back on now. Everything's torqued here already, these two controllers here. That was our main concern for a while. So that should be it. So we're gonna go ahead and put the plastic on. First of all, we gotta get this guy situated on there. So I got his little two skinny ones and the long ones are already in there. Probably need to pop them back out. Easier to put them on when they're popped out. Unfortunately, it broke. I didn't show you the brake part here again. It broke again. Hopefully it's not going to make its way to the middle section here. That's where we have the trouble. But you can see here how it broke. See that right there? Get the little debris out like that. A little dust. There it goes, even with super glue, unfortunately. Ah, damn, super glue is still sticky. So we tried to get the super glue to mash into it, but unfortunately, it really didn't do us any good. You can see there. It's cracked. And I think I feel the bump coming out from here too, so it's making its way sort of out here. Oh damn, I think this is super glue. Anyway, you know super glue leaves that white residue, so it's probably gonna kill our paint a little bit. But we'll try to do our best here. See what I can work with. Alright, so let's go and tighten these guys down. I'm probably not gonna put super glue yet until I get this guy rearranged over. And he needs a lot of help because he's just all funky now. So let's see if I can bring this guy forward first and swerve this guy to the back. A little thread there. Help with the brakes. Put the brakes on them. Little things like that just gets in your way, you know? Okay, there you go. Now it's over. Over the brake. Gotta do it carefully. There you go. Now it's hopefully come in one piece. I gotta get whatever needs to be in there. This one's our little extra socket, so we'll face it downward. Hopefully it doesn't get caught in the way of any other thing. I don't think it will. And maybe lift this guy up here just to make sure. So let's go get this guy underneath. So he needs to go underneath. He doesn't need to be over like this. So same thing with this one now. I gotta bring it over there. Gotta lift him to the other side. It's gonna put some pressure on that little brake point. All right, there we go. Now they're all underneath. Okay, so it's time to go ahead and I guess we can get started screwing the top one first. Let's see how this is gonna go. We can get the little two screws here in the top one first and then work our way to the other ones. You can see, oh man, it's gonna be tight. This guy wants to push this guy out a little bit toward this way, but we can't have that because he's not made to go out anymore. This is all we can give him, and it doesn't look like he's having it. This guy needs to be pushed out a little bit further. I don't think so, but I'm not sure what's blocking it. I'm gonna try my best here. Now look at that, it's taking a little toll on this guy. I think the super glue is riding up or what? What's the deal with this guy here? Just try and wipe it off. Not sure if that's super glue or what. Already noticeable, I just don't want it to be even more noticeable. Okay, so yeah, this guy's not letting me fit him in. He looks like he wants to push this guy further out like this. I'm not sure why he's doing that now to us. I'm not sure, maybe because it's wire maybe? I don't think so. Alright, let's just bring it back. Let's do our best here. We did a dry fit and it fit perfectly. Well, not perfectly, but it fitted it. So let me get one side in first, then we'll work on the other side. So let me get this guy in here He's gonna take the small skinny one. One at a time, I guess. Too many moving variables, right? Okay. Let's see what we got here. I mean, I could do it, but it's a little tight stretch for these guys. It's gonna push back like this, sort of. So give me a lot of pushback. I should have shaved this a little bit then. I think I can still force him in there. Hold his bottom one first. A little tricky. Okay, I got the bottom one in there. Just gonna try to get what I can here. Uh-oh, don't want to not cross thread it, but it seems like he's kind of twining, bending. There we go. Hopefully helps him realign himself here. See, this is the problem with this guy here. So we got crisscross each other, which is a good thing actually. See what I mean? So we got one here and we got one here. You see how offset this guy is right here? So we got one here and we got one here in the lower. They're already snug down. This guy hasn't been aligned yet. This guy here, this guy's aligned, that's no problem. So the only one concern we have is this guy right here. And like I said again, it's probably because of the reason of his, maybe I'm thinking maybe the throttle cable, but it's not the throttle cable because the throttle cable is flexing right now, see? So it's not the throttle cable is forcing him not to go in. So let's find out what's going on. We'll find out shortly. Let me put the other one in here. But I cannot wait to wrap this guy up because he's been on my mind for a while. So hopefully he gets wrapped up here. And we got the JB Weld now doing his thing. Assume that peroxy will do us a little bit better, but it didn't do us good. Okay. Okay. Let's make sure these guys are tightened down as much as I can anyway. Try to still create that plus pattern like I always do. Okay. So the last one here, we got 3 so far. Let's see. We got this two, I mean 1, 2, 3, then this is the third one here. This is the one that's iffy here, right here real quick. So what I have to do is probably flex him. I have to probably flex him like this and put the screw in him. You can see how much he's rubbing on this guy here. Just no way around it, unfortunately. So let's do it. I gotta get that guy in there. This is awesome, looking good. Okay, so I'm gonna do is flex, and I'll see if I can put it here where you guys don't want to put too much pressure on these guys anymore, right? So let me try to do it cleanly. There you go. You guys can see me try to flex him and get him into that hole. Now it's gonna flex the plastic, so everything else is so supposedly supported. See that? Hopefully he's gonna straighten them out. I hope. There you go. I'm driving it in. There you go. I drove him in. Doesn't mean I'm safe yet. There we go. Try to get to my famous cross pattern. Still want to make it perfect, even though it's at the borderline of breaking almost. All right, so we got all 4 in there now. Let's see if this is hidden. See, this right here is perfect. I wish I had this guy exactly for this guy. He got enough gap here for them. Look at this guy here. He's almost rubbing on the brakes himself. But he's okay though. He'll manage. See that? He's at number 4. He feels really nice and snug. This guy's, he's getting loose again. Golly. Unfortunate, huh? It doesn't take that long for him to get loose again on his own. But he's still, you know, he's still managed though. But he's getting there. So it didn't even take 24 hours before his air started to pop himself out. So we'll look into that brake assembly. It's just leaking that bleeder bolt. We might just order another stock bleeder bolt again. Who knows? What a waste of resource though. We thought we had them. Okay, now it's time to tighten these guys here. Let's bring this guy here in now. This is it. This is what's going to close this deal here. So we got already his little metal. So now it's just a matter of making sure none of these wires are going to create some problems for him. So we'll tuck it in. Put this guy in a little bit. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll tuck this guy in. Okay, there we go. We got these 3 amigos in there, okay? So now what we're going to do is going to bring this guy over. This guy right here, we might have to just break off. We'll see. For some reason, we can't get him to go up enough to hook onto this guy here. Unfortunately. Golly. I have to wiggle him in because of this thing right here is still there, which is fine because we're going to need it to map him, because we're going to red Loctite this when we're almost set. All right, now it's time to squeeze. Ooh, this is the part here. I'm going to need both hands on deck. Squeezing time. Squeezing time and not sure what's going to happen. It looks good though, huh? Doesn't it? That's it. Eventually when it goes down. So this guy, he's gonna take a squeeze. Now that everything's all said and done. I'm just not right. Oh, okay. It's not all the way in yet. It's kind of a weird trap, you know. You gotta get this guy in there first. You gotta get this guy in there first. This guy here is not doing us any favors, so let me see if I can back him up and loosen this guy as well. Oh, don't want to put pressure on this. Forgot we just, what do you call that? we just JB weld him, so here I am trying to twist him like he's nothing. I believe he's 13, not 13, 14. Yeah, so he's 14, so let me back him out. Ready? There we go. There it goes, loose now. Get this dropped. And when we're ready, we will put him in. Okay, there it goes, going in. Darn it, this guy is being squished. This right here is being squished in, but look, it's not bad. So he's kind of compacting himself in a little bit. That's probably the only way. Oh boy, see this guy's cracking again. Darn. The whole objective was to get this guy not cracked. Going in, I could put the going in, but this guy's he's taking a hit right now, and I can see him taking a hit because he's not wanting to close up. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the 2 big screws here in the back real quick. because he's being squeezed by this guy. Try to get the two fatty dart screws. Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's hot out here that much, huh? Surprised my camera's still recording. Okay, so you can see here I got these two guys here to be aligned. You can see I can see the metal threads, supposedly. I think I can see them. I gotta push them down a little more to get them though, which I will. So let me go ahead and put that down. Yeah, I'm worried though. The little bottom one might not actually sink in. If that's the case, ooh, it's gonna be a challenge there. This one's about to go in and everything. Not sure if I can sand them down or what. Might have to do that. Okay, I want to make sure I feel, turn it over like this. I want to make sure I feel that metal. Is it biting into the metal? Yeah, I think it is. You can feel the metal if it's biting into it. Alright, so this guy's good to go. One more here, make sure it bites into the metal, pull the metal one out. There we go. Help it. Okay, so they're both biting to the metal now. See this guy right here? Should close. That's probably where we failed right here. Darn it. Shoot. Now we could put two more here, maybe we'll force them to close. These guys are going to take the small one. But you can actually almost see. I think you can actually almost see, I mean, a little bit of the liquid here. I mean, it's not tilted back as far as we want him to. You can see how much more. This guy could actually tilt it more back. I didn't realize this. This guy was actually okay. So he could actually tilt it more back. It might be too late though. We can see, let's level and see what's going on here. Or maybe it's just the plastic is not properly adjusting itself. Yeah, this guy is actually, this size looks like he's already low. But he's tilting this way too, so you can't really say that. If I tilt him any more back, because see, this guy doesn't even have any wedge. He doesn't have any wedge right here. This guy has a little bit wedge, but then he's not even fitting perfectly yet either. So it is actually probably the same level, if I believe. Yeah, they're probably the same. It's just got, this guy's not even properly in wedge yet. So he's probably gonna be scraping just as much here. All right, so let's do what we can. Let me go ahead and get the two thin screws in there now. These are gonna take the little skinny ones. Little small ones right here. These guys. All right. Whoa. Almost. Oh, no. Why is it not wanting to go in? Oh, I'm missing the hole by a little bit here. I see it now. Yeah, there we go. Got lined it to the hole. There we go. Popping him out. Now you can see him drive in. Gonna help him. There we go. Self-aligning, sort of. Unfortunately, we have a little gap there. We try to be perfect. Might have to do something crazy, like maybe wrap them or something. Okay, now it's time to get this guy into. There he goes. I see him getting into his little slot there. I'll push down on him. Oh, maybe it would work. All right. He's coming over, that's a problem, so gotta get this guy backed out. You're gonna have to push this guy in. It's kind of tricky. See, this guy's tight already. I need to get this guy over. Gotta back him out. These plastic, even when you get them on, there's no guarantee that they're not going to feel the stress and break on you. But so far so good. I think this is probably it. So, see if I can back this guy in. Okay, then I'm going to try come over to this side. Maybe. We'll see. It's closed a little bit better than it was before, right? I'll show you guys in a little bit here. As soon as I stop feeling the pressure here of time. Oh, actually they are perfectly, the brake caliper, now that they are aligned anyway. Because I figure I kind of eyeballed it. It looked pretty good to me. Oh shoot. It's coming back off. Just kind of grip them. I think this is the first we ever went since we had it off the whole time. We're kind of debating how we're going to do this. There it goes, hopefully. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is it not going into the center? I feel it's going to the center. It closed a little bit for us, but look, it's cracking right here. Darn. No way around it getting this crack all the way. Look at that. Start cracking again. That plastic adhesive didn't do us any good. I could probably just put it on there and just leave it on there perhaps. Hopefully it fills in the gap. But it's going to be a little nasty gap. But we got it to close though. You can see here. But look, it broke it back off. It split right there. And it didn't even really close it securely. Not sure because of this guy here. Let me try to back him out. See if he's being maybe cross-thread somewhere. Sorry, I blocked you guys for a little bit. It's getting there. But we're paying the price. We're paying the price to get in there. I need to drive this screw in straight. So far, he's just bending and flexing everywhere he wants to be. Can you see how far I am off of him? Come on. Yeah, see, he's not even going into that little top part here. Gonna lift him up. There you go. Now he's going into it, I guess. So I'm going. Oh no, he's not going in all the way. That was kind of, oh, even this guy's doing a rip on us. A lot of pressure going everywhere. All right. Even this guy's opening up again for us. Holy smoke. All right, so we got what we could. So that's it. We got sort of in where we wanted to, but it's not perfect. Yep, this guy broke off. I knew he would. So he's stuck in there somewhere. We'll have a loose little plastic floating around somewhere here. We'll have to get that guy out as well. Alright, so what we can do is we can apply the adhesive and then we can go like this again. That's what we'll do at the end.